You've been told your entire life to be nice, to smile, to say yes when you want to say no, to avoid conflict at all costs. But what if I told you this niceness is the very thing holding you back? What if the constant need to please others is draining your energy, sabotaging your self worth, and keeping you from living the life you deserve? Here's the truth: being nice isn't the same as being kind. Niceness is a mask, a way to earn approval at the expense of your authenticity. And in this speech, I'm going to show you how to take that mask off, reclaim your personal power, and become the kind of person who commands respect, not because you demand it, but because you embody it. Stay with me, because by the end of this speech, you'll understand how to rewire your mind, align your energy, and step into a version of yourself you didn't even know existed. A version that is unapologetically you. Society has long perpetuated the idea that being nice is synonymous with being good, kind, or worthy. For women, this expectation is even more deeply ingrained, woven into the fabric of upbringing, social interactions, and even professional environments. The notion of the nice girl becomes a standard to aspire to, a role defined by selflessness, accommodation, and an unwavering commitment to keeping the peace. On the surface, it may seem harmless, even admirable, to strive to be agreeable and pleasing to others. But beneath this polished veneer lies a complex reality. The nice girl persona often comes at the expense of authenticity, self worth, and true empowerment. To understand why this happens, we must first recognize the roots of this conditioning. From a young age, many women are taught explicitly or implicitly that their value is tied to how well they can care for others, avoid conflict, and maintain harmony. Being nice becomes a survival strategy, a way to navigate relationships in environments that may otherwise feel threatening or uncertain. Compliments are given for compliance, praise for passivity, and acceptance for putting others first. Over time, this reinforcement cements the idea that being liked is more important than being true to oneself. The consequences of this mindset are profound. When a woman internalizes the belief that her worth depends on her ability to please others, she begins to sacrifice her own needs, desires, and even boundaries. Saying yes becomes an automatic response, even when it goes against her intuition or well being. Disagreeing feels like a risk too great to take, and asserting oneself can feel almost impossible. The need to be nice becomes a self imposed prison, trapping women in a cycle of overgiving, over apologizing, and over explaining. But the effects of this conditioning extend beyond just personal discomfort or burnout. The nice girl persona has a ripple effect on every aspect of life. Professionally, it can lead to missed opportunities as women hesitate to speak up, negotiate, or take risks for fear of being seen as too demanding or unlikable. In relationships, it often results in imbalances of power, where the effort to maintain peace outweighs the pursuit of mutual respect and understanding. Even on a broader societal level, the perpetuation of this archetype contributes to systemic inequalities as it discourages women from challenging the status quo or stepping into leadership roles. What's particularly insidious about this dynamic is how it's often misinterpreted as strength or virtue. Being nice can be mistaken for being resilient, adaptable, or selfless. Yet true resilience comes from being grounded in one's values and truth, not from bending to meet the expectations of others. True selflessness emerges from a place of abundance and self worth, not from a fear of rejection or disapproval. And while adaptability is undoubtedly a valuable trait, it should never require sacrificing one's core identity or needs. It's also crucial to differentiate between being nice and being genuinely kind. Kindness stems from authenticity and a deep sense of empathy. It's about connecting with others from a place of wholeness and integrity. Niceness, on the other hand, often stems from insecurity or fear. It's a performance designed to gain approval or avoid conflict, rather than an authentic expression of care or compassion. Recognizing this distinction is a vital first step toward breaking free from the constraints of the nice girl archetype. One of the most damaging aspects of this conditioning is how it suppresses a woman's natural power and intuition. The constant effort to be agreeable and accommodating leaves little room for self reflection or self expression. Over time, this disconnect from one's inner voice can lead to feelings of emptiness, frustration, and even resentment. The energy that could be channeled into creativity, growth, or meaningful connection is instead spent on maintaining appearances and meeting external expectations. Breaking free from this pattern requires a willingness to question long held beliefs and challenge societal norms. It involves unlearning the idea that being liked is the ultimate goal and embracing the truth that being authentic is far more valuable. It means understanding that conflict, discomfort, or criticism are not failures, but opportunities for growth and alignment. And perhaps most importantly, it requires a commitment to self compassion, to treating oneself with the same kindness and care that is so often extended to others. And authenticity is a powerful force, yet it is often overshadowed by the deep seated need to seek approval. For many, especially those conditioned to be nice, authenticity feels like a risky gamble that could result in rejection, judgment, or conflict. This leads to a life where decisions, actions, and even words are filtered through the lens of how they will be perceived by others. Approval seeking becomes the driving force, subtly shaping every interaction and choice. And over time, this pattern creates a disconnection from the self that can feel insurmountable. The need for approval is not inherently negative, it is a basic human desire rooted in our social nature. From an evolutionary perspective, being accepted by a group ensured safety and survival. However, in modern contexts, this drive can become overdeveloped, leading to behaviors that prioritize external validation over internal truth. The result is a cycle where the opinions and expectations of others hold more weight than one's own needs, values, or instincts. This cycle often begins in childhood, where praise and acceptance are given for conforming to certain roles or behaviors. Over time, the need to be liked, admired, or accepted becomes intertwined with a person's sense of self worth, making authenticity feel secondary to approval. The problem with this pattern is that it disconnects a person from their own identity. When every action is measured against how others might react, there is little room for genuine self expression. Decisions are made not based on what feels right or true, but on what will maintain harmony or avoid conflict. This disconnection can manifest in countless ways, from choosing a career that aligns with parental expectations rather than personal passion to suppressing opinions in a relationship to avoid rocking the boat. While these choices may bring short term relief or acceptance, they often lead to long term dissatisfaction and a sense of living someone else's life. Approval seeking also creates a dynamic where external validation becomes the primary source of self worth. Compliments, recognition, or praise temporarily boost confidence, but their absence can lead to feelings of inadequacy or insecurity. This reliance on others for validation creates a fragile sense of self esteem, one that is easily shaken by criticism, rejection, or indifference. It also places immense power in the hands of others, allowing their opinions to dictate how a person feels about themselves. In this way, approval seeking is not just a behavior, it is a form of self abandonment, where a person's own needs, values, and desires are consistently placed on the back burner. Authenticity, on the other hand, requires a willingness to prioritize one's truth over others' opinions. It means making decisions based on what aligns with personal values, regardless of whether those choices are popular or well received. Authenticity is not about being selfish or disregarding others, it is about recognizing that true connection and respect come from being genuine, not from conforming to expectations. This shift from approval seeking to authenticity is not easy. It requires unlearning deeply ingrained patterns and beliefs. It involves facing the fear of rejection, embracing vulnerability, and accepting that not everyone will agree with or like the authentic version of oneself. One of the most liberating aspects of authenticity is that it creates space for genuine relationships and opportunities. When a person stops trying to please everyone, they naturally attract those who resonate with their true self. This alignment brings a sense of freedom and fulfillment that approval seeking cannot provide. It also allows for deeper, more meaningful connections as relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding rather than on a facade of niceness or compliance. Authenticity also has a powerful ripple effect, inspiring others to embrace their own truths and break free from the constraints of seeking approval. The journey toward authenticity begins with self awareness. It requires noticing when approval seeking behaviors arise and questioning their origins. Are these actions coming from a place of fear or a desire to align with personal values? Are these choices reflecting who you truly are, or are they an attempt to gain validation? By asking these questions, it becomes possible to interrupt the cycle of approval seeking and choose authenticity instead. This process also involves setting boundaries, learning to say no to what doesn't align with your truth and yes to what does. Boundaries are not about shutting people out, they are about honoring your own needs and ensuring that your energy is directed toward what truly matters. Authenticity is not about perfection, it is about progress. It is about making small, consistent choices to live in alignment with your truth, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. Over time, these choices build confidence and self trust, creating a strong foundation for a life that is guided by authenticity rather than by the need for approval. Reclaiming personal power is a process of rediscovering your worth, your voice, and your ability to shape your life in a way that aligns with your deepest values and desires. For many, especially those who have spent years prioritizing the needs of others over their own, this reclamation can feel like an overwhelming challenge. The first step is recognizing that personal power is not something external to be earned or bestowed upon you. It is something that has always been within you, waiting to be acknowledged and activated. The act of reclaiming your personal power begins with a conscious decision to stop giving it away to others and to start investing it in yourself. For too long, many have been conditioned to believe that personal power is synonymous with control over others or with external achievements. This understanding can make personal power feel out of reach, as if it is something you have to acquire through success, status, or dominance. However, true personal power is an internal force, one that is rooted in self awareness, self respect, and the ability to make choices that are in alignment with your values and purpose. It comes from the realization that you are not beholden to the expectations or opinions of others. Reclaiming personal power is not about exerting force over people or circumstances, it is about gaining mastery over your own thoughts, emotions, and actions. One of the most powerful ways to begin reclaiming your personal power is by identifying and challenging the limiting beliefs that have shaped your behavior. For many people, these beliefs are deeply ingrained and have been passed down through generations, reinforced by societal norms, family expectations, or past experiences. These beliefs often manifest in statements like, I'm not good enough, I need to please others to be accepted, or I have to work hard to earn love and respect. These beliefs keep you trapped in a cycle of self doubt, insecurity, and people pleasing, preventing you from fully stepping into your power. Reclaiming your power requires questioning these beliefs and replacing them with ones that reflect your true worth and capabilities. Another crucial aspect of reclaiming personal power is learning to trust yourself. When you've spent years seeking validation and approval from others, it can be difficult to trust your own judgment. You may second guess your decisions, seek constant reassurance, or rely on others to tell you what is best for you. However, trust in yourself is the cornerstone of personal power. It comes from developing the courage to make decisions based on your intuition and values, even when there is uncertainty or fear. Trusting yourself means being willing to take risks, to make mistakes, and to learn from them without allowing failure to define you. As you begin to trust yourself more deeply, you will also need to develop the ability to set clear, healthy boundaries. Boundaries are essential for maintaining personal power because they protect your energy and prevent others from infringing upon your needs and desires. Without boundaries, you risk becoming overwhelmed, resentful, or lost in the needs of others. Boundaries are not about rejecting people or being rigid. They are about respecting your own limits and ensuring that your energy is used in ways that support your growth and well being. Setting boundaries may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you are used to being the one who always says yes or puts others first. However, the more you practice setting boundaries, the more empowered you will feel as you begin to take control of your own life rather than letting it be dictated by others. Reclaiming your personal power also involves letting go of the need to control everything. Many people who struggle with personal power try to control their environment, their relationships, or even their emotions in an effort to feel secure. However, true personal power is found in surrendering to the flow of life and learning to respond rather than react. It's about trusting that even in the face of uncertainty or change, you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This doesn't mean being passive or disengaged, it means finding strength and flexibility and resilience. The more you let go of the need for control, the more you tap into a deeper, more authentic sense of personal power. The final aspect of reclaiming personal power is embracing self compassion. Often, when we feel disconnected from our power, it is because we have been too hard on ourselves. We beat ourselves up for mistakes, criticize ourselves for perceived flaws, and hold ourselves to impossible standards. Personal power is rooted in self love and acceptance, the ability to honor yourself for who you are, flaws and all. When you practice self compassion, you create a safe, nurturing space within yourself where your personal power can grow. You learn to forgive yourself, to be patient with your own growth, and to treat yourself with the kindness and respect that you would offer to a loved one. Reclaiming personal power is not a one time event, it is an ongoing practice of returning to your center, trusting yourself, and choosing to live in alignment with your true essence. The path to personal transformation is rarely a smooth or linear journey. It is often filled with moments of doubt, fear, and resistance, yet it is also the most rewarding journey you can undertake. Many people spend their lives waiting for a dramatic external change or a moment of divine intervention to shift their circumstances. However, true transformation begins with the individual, it starts from within. The key to unlocking this transformation lies in shifting your mindset and changing how you relate to the challenges and opportunities that life presents. Transformation is not about becoming someone else, it's about shedding the layers of conditioning, doubt, and fear that have accumulated over time, revealing the true, powerful version of yourself that has always been there. One of the first steps in this process of transformation is learning to break free from old, limiting beliefs. These beliefs, often formed in childhood or based on past experiences, can shape our perception of ourselves and our potential. Beliefs like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of success, or I can't change create self imposed boundaries that prevent us from moving forward. These beliefs are not truths, they are simply patterns of thought that have been reinforced over time. To begin transforming your life, you must challenge these beliefs, examine their origins, and ask yourself if they still serve you. It is only by shedding these false beliefs that you can start to tap into your true potential and embrace the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. Transformation also requires a shift in how we view obstacles. In our current mindset, we often see obstacles as roadblocks, things that stop us in our tracks and make us question our abilities. However, the truth is that obstacles are not meant to defeat us, they are the very things that create growth. Without challenges, there would be no opportunities for learning, no catalysts for change. When you shift your mindset to see obstacles as opportunities for growth, you begin to understand that every difficulty you face is part of your evolution. The more you embrace challenges, the stronger you become. This shift in perspective allows you to approach life with greater resilience and confidence, knowing that no matter what comes your way, you have the strength to overcome it. Another crucial aspect of transformation is the understanding that change is not something that happens overnight. It is a process that requires consistent effort, patience, and commitment. Many people start on the path of transformation with great enthusiasm but become discouraged when they don't see immediate results. Transformation is not an instant fix, it's a gradual unfolding of the person you are meant to be. It's important to celebrate small wins along the way and understand that each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your ultimate goal. The journey of transformation is not about perfection, it's about progress. And every day is an opportunity to move closer to the life you envision for yourself. To transform, it is essential to let go of the need for approval from others. When we constantly seek validation from others, we give away our power. We allow their opinions, expectations, and judgments to define us. True transformation happens when you stop relying on external validation and start trusting in your own worth and abilities. It is about being unapologetically yourself and making decisions that are in alignment with your inner truth. This can be a difficult shift, especially for those who have spent years living for the approval of others. However, when you embrace your own authenticity, you begin to unlock a sense of freedom that allows you to live fully and unapologetically. Another key to transformation is embracing vulnerability. We often think of vulnerability as a weakness, something to avoid at all costs. However, vulnerability is actually a source of strength. It takes great courage to be vulnerable, to be open about your fears, your struggles, and your dreams. When you embrace vulnerability, you give yourself permission to be imperfect and to learn from your mistakes. You open yourself up to deeper connections with others and, more importantly, with yourself. Vulnerability is the gateway to personal growth because it forces you to confront your deepest fears and limitations. When you face these fears head on, you are able to release their grip on you and step into a greater version of yourself. Lastly, transformation requires a deep commitment to self care and self love. It's easy to neglect your physical, mental, and emotional well being when life gets busy or overwhelming, but self care is the foundation of transformation. When you take care of yourself, you recharge your energy, improve your health, and nurture your spirit. This allows you to show up in the world as your best self, capable of handling whatever life throws your way. Self love is not about being selfish, it's about recognizing your worth and treating yourself with the same love, respect, and kindness that you would offer to a loved one. Only when you love and care for yourself can you truly begin to transform and create the life you desire. Transformation is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to face discomfort and uncertainty. But it is also the most empowering journey you can take. By shedding limiting beliefs, embracing challenges, trusting yourself, letting go of the need for approval, embracing vulnerability, and practicing self love, you begin to unlock your true potential. And in doing so, you create a life that is not only more fulfilling, but also more aligned with your deepest desires and purpose. Transformation is a process, not an event, and every step you take is a step closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. The first step towards creating a life of power and influence is realizing that the external world is merely a reflection of your internal state. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs shape the way you experience the world, and in turn, the world responds to you based on the energy you project. If you want to change your circumstances, you must first change how you see yourself and how you show up in the world. This internal transformation begins with understanding that you have the power to shift your mindset and perspective, regardless of what is happening around you. The world will meet you where you are, and when you change your internal state, you will start to see the world shift to match that new energy. Often, people find themselves stuck in patterns of negativity, self doubt, and fear. These patterns keep them trapped in a cycle of helplessness and frustration, believing that they are victims of their circumstances. The truth, however, is that you are never a victim. The power to change your life lies within you. It begins with taking responsibility for your thoughts, emotions, and actions. No one else has the power to dictate your reality unless you allow them to. When you take full responsibility for your life, you reclaim your personal power and open the door to transformation. Shifting your mindset is not an easy process, but it is one of the most rewarding things you can do. The first step is becoming aware of the thoughts that are running through your mind. Often, these thoughts are unconscious and deeply ingrained, shaped by past experiences, societal conditioning, or limiting beliefs. To create change, you must start by observing your thoughts and noticing the negative patterns that arise. This awareness allows you to challenge those thoughts and replace them with empowering beliefs that align with your goals and values. Instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, you can begin to think, I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. It's important to remember that your thoughts are not facts. They are simply patterns that can be changed. By consciously choosing to replace negative thoughts with positive, empowering ones, you begin to rewire your brain and shift your energy. This shift in mindset can be the catalyst for profound changes in your life. As you begin to believe in your own power, you start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles, and you begin to take action in alignment with your true desires. Along with shifting your thoughts, it is also essential to change the way you relate to your emotions. Many people are driven by their emotions, allowing feelings of fear, anxiety, or frustration to dictate their actions. However, emotions are not meant to control us, they are simply messengers that provide valuable information about what is happening within us. Instead of letting your emotions dictate your behavior, learn to observe them without judgment. Acknowledge them, but don't let them control you. This emotional mastery allows you to stay centered and focused even in the face of adversity. When you are able to detach from emotional reactions, you can make decisions from a place of clarity and power rather than from a place of fear or reactivity. Another key aspect of creating a powerful life is understanding that your actions must align with your beliefs and values. If you say you want to achieve something but your actions do not reflect that desire, you are sending mixed signals to the universe. To create lasting change, you must take consistent, aligned action. This means showing up for yourself every day, doing the work, and staying committed to your goals. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't happen immediately, but persistence is key. Every small action you take brings you one step closer to your desired outcome. Additionally, it is crucial to surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. The people you spend time with have a significant impact on your mindset, energy, and overall well being. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, criticism, or people who don't believe in your potential, it can be challenging to maintain a positive mindset. Seek out relationships that inspire you, encourage your growth, and push you to become the best version of yourself. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like minded individuals will not only help you stay focused on your goals, but will also elevate your energy and bring new opportunities into your life. As you continue on your journey to creating a powerful life, remember that you are the creator of your own reality. You are not bound by your past, your circumstances, or anyone else's expectations. The power to change your life is within you, and it begins with a shift in mindset, emotions, and actions. When you start taking responsibility for your thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors, you begin to create a life that is in alignment with your deepest desires. It may not always be easy, But the rewards of living a life of power, purpose, and influence are immeasurable. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions shape your reality. And by consciously choosing to align them with your highest self, you unlock the limitless potential within you. Imagine a life where you no longer feel the need to tiptoe around other people's expectations, a life where your decisions are guided by your truth, not your fear. This is not just a possibility, it's your birthright. When you stop being the nice girl, you don't lose your kindness, you amplify it. Because true kindness comes from strength, not weakness. It's time to let go of the old patterns and step into a new reality. A reality where you are free, powerful, and unapologetically you. Take the first step today and watch as the universe rises to meet you.